Are you a victim? In this video, I'll talk about humanitarian visas. Remember, we have talked about VAWA petitions, we have talked about asylum petitions, but today's video, I'll go ahead and talk about U and T visas. Bijoux.ngwanda here, immigration lawyer in the DC metropolitan area. If you're new to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe. If you're not new, welcome back. Thank you for subscribing. And please don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos, and go ahead and please share, like, and don't forget to comment below. Let's get right into it. The question is, are you a victim? If so, just know that U and T visas created by the Congress in order to encourage victims of certain serious crimes to collaborate with law enforcement authorities, the Department of Justice, in order for them to be able to prosecute, litigate those offenders, okay? That's why they came about with those two visas. Just know that there is a cap, and even if the USCIS grants you the visa, you still have to wait until the visa becomes available, okay? Let's get right into it again. Let's start with T visa. T visa is for human trafficking victims of human trafficking crimes, okay? Let's say you have to be present in the United States. You have to be you must have been trafficked in the United States, okay? You're present in the United States, you must have been trafficked in the United States in order for you to qualify for this type of visa. And let's say, for example, how are they going to know that you have been trafficked in the United States? They go with three things. The way they go with it is like recruitment. You have been recruited or shipped over. That's the word they use. Or in other words, you have been brought here, okay, for the purpose of doing something that you are not supposed to be doing, by way of threat, deceit, fraud, deception. That's how you actually got trafficked. And then you get here, you start doing prostitution, pornography, exploitation, forced labor, and pretty much slavery in a way, because that's not what you intended to do. It's not really your will to be doing those type of things, but because you have been trafficked, you found yourself in this type of situation, and you are a victim. How are you gonna get out of it? First of all, if you're in a dangerous situation, I will strongly advise that you call 911 right away and report those type of activities, because you have a voice and your voice can be heard, okay? If you can, really, because sometimes those people are so put in a place that they can't even have a phone, okay? They're so traumatized. It's really difficult, but some of them can come forward. That's why I'm saying that if you're in a dangerous situation and you have the possibility to come forward, please don't hesitate to call 911, and your voice will be heard, okay? So basically, you've been, the way it works usually is that you're back home and somebody from the United States actually petitioned for you to get here. And they actually, by way of deceit, they lie to you that you are going to be doing some type of work, maybe in agriculture, in farms, or as a housemaid. You'll be doing some type of work, and they get a visa as a H-1B visa, or let's say they just get a visitor visa, so you can come, and then afterwards they actually just lock you in a home, and they start using you for those purposes that I just cited here. That's human trafficking, okay? And now that you are present in the US, you can apply for a T visa. And this one, you don't really have to show a lot of like substantial proof of physical or mental abuse, but you can just show that you came here for a different purpose, and that's how. But now those are the activities that you find yourself as a victim engaged in. Okay, that's how they're gonna know. And for the adult, unfortunately, you have to be able to prove at least one element from the three that I just cited: recruited, by threat, and start doing those type of activities such as prostitution, pornography, violence, forced labor, slavery, etc. At least one in each three category has to be proven, okay? But for a child under 18, you can only prove something, one. If you can just prove that you have been trafficked, brought to the US for the purpose of doing those things, but you just show that you came to the US for this particular objective, but now this is what you have found yourself doing, that could work as well. That's for T visa. And then we go with U visa. With U visa, the requirement, again, that's for human trafficking as well. Serious crimes such as human trafficking is the most that they actually cite, but there are a lot of serious crimes that you can be victim of. But U visa, it's a little bit difficult to prove because you have to really show substantial proof of abuse, and you have to be willing to collaborate with the law enforcement to an extent period of time, to such an extent, okay? So to an extent greater than just minimal. So let's say that they're prosecuting somebody in those gang doing human trafficking, and they have to go do those interviews and have to all the step in the way you have to collaborate with them. And that could be difficult because first of all, you're traumatized because of the entire situation, and now you find yourself giving your time answering those questions to the Department of Justice or law enforcement authorities. That can be really difficult, and there are exemptions to it. You can apply to some exemptions so that you don't have to really collaborate to such an extent, basically because you're so traumatized, you don't want to really rehearse the same thing over and over. Okay, you can apply for those exemptions, and that's a doctor, medical doctor, professional can testify to it, that your state of traumatized is so bad that you're really not gonna be able to collaborate to a greater extent. Okay, that you can prove. You can get an exemption as well. But the way it works with this one, after you prove that you have been substantially abused, like you have proof of substantial abuse, and you are collaborating with law enforcement authorities and the Department of Justice, of course, to a great extent, you have to be able to show again on top of it that your mental health, so medical need, that in your country, you cannot go back in your country because the type of treatment that you are going through here in the US is not available in your country. Remember, the U visa, you can apply it outside of your country or here, but the T visa is very specific. You have to be present in the US, and you must have been brought in the US by way of traffic. Okay? So, and then your home country cannot really help you. The government cannot help you. Medical is not the medical need. Let's start with the medical need. The treatment that you're going through here is not available in your home country. That's why you have to stay here if you're already here, or if you're outside, you have to come here because of it. And then your home country, they don't have those tools to really help you go to a trauma, basically to go through to help you with those trauma. They are not equipped to do it. And then there is a stigma associated with it. If you go back home, for instance, you might not be able to, let's say you were engaged in those type of activity, like maybe pornography or prostitution and sexual exploitation. It's not like you wanted to do it, but you were forced to do it. But now there's a stigma attached to it. You can now go back home because nobody will be, there's a stigma because nobody will be able to marry you based on the story if they know that. So you can show that as well, okay? And that has to be coming from a U.S. citizen. That's the person who actually traffic you, or the traffic happened in the U.S. Basically, you were brought in the U.S. And if you're already here for the U visa, you are doing all those things in the U.S. That's how you qualify for those humanitarian visas. Remember, there's a cap. Even if it gets granted, you have to wait until the visa becomes available to you. But those are difficult subjects. I'm not going to go into details with it, but if you know somebody who have been trafficked in the U.S., who is already in the U.S. and victim of those serious crimes, please do not hesitate to share this video so that they can get the help they deserve. I'm not gonna stay longer for that. That was it for today. My phone number is on the screen and my email address as well. For consultation, you can either call and email me, and consultation fees apply. Just know that. And we will be able to actually help you come up with a compelling case, because we're there for that. That's what we do for living, okay? This is a very sad video per se, because it's very serious crimes. If somebody has been a victim, they go through a tremendous mental breakdown. So I don't want to stay longer on that, but please just share this video with somebody that will be able to benefit from it, okay? Until next time, I'll talk to you tomorrow. I'll be live 3 p.m. Eastern time, answering all your questions about those confusing bills coming from the Biden administration, okay? I'll be live tomorrow 3 p.m. Eastern time. Bring your questions, bring your friends, bring your drinks, coffee, tea, whatever. Coffee is too late, but tea, so we can do that, okay? Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.